Or I find myself doom scrolling on social media.
Yeah, been there.
Just avoid.
That always looks like me planning.
Right.
Plan. And the plan never goes to fruition.
Welcome to Sustain Train. My name is Alfred.
And I'm Xavier.
Today, we got a special topic for you, something that we all deal with in life. But before we go there, go ahead and do the right thing and like, share, subscribe so you can stay up in tune with what we got coming to you. So let's jump into it. Today, we're going to be talking about procrastination.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So we're going to talk about, how procrastination looks in real life, what that looks like, and then tips and tricks on how we dealt with that.
Right.
So let's go ahead and jump into it, Xavier.
Hey guys, we have some exciting news we want to share with y'all. We're dropping our first book in 2026, Why Your Digital Transformation Sucked. We cannot wait to share this thing with you.
Absolutely. Just Xavier and I taking 3 decades of experience that we've been out in the field. We want to bring this to you in our new book, Why Your Digital Transformation Sucked. We can't wait for this to come out here shortly. But until then, go head over to our website, altech-consulting.com, and pre-order today.
For sure, man. This is one of those topics that, of course, hit close to home because, like you said, we've dealt with that. I have personally. I've had conversations with you that's something that I can't even say struggled with. I have to say struggle with because it's a constant battle. It's a behavior shift, a behavior change, a behavior modification, so to speak. But for me, when it comes to procrastination, that always looks like me planning.
Right.
Plan. And the plan never goes to fruition because I'm going to add more to this plan, or I'm going to plan something else, or I'm going to plan this, but I've never actually go through with the plan that I'm planning, if that makes any sense. If you've been there, you know exactly, what I'm saying. Also, dealing with burnout is different, right? So my burnout is disguised as binge watching. So I might find a Netflix series that I'm just in the bed scrolling for the day, and I haven't done anything, but that's because I'm binge watching, putting things off because I really don't feel like doing it, or I'm procrastinating.
I can relate.
Exactly. But what I figured out about myself and why this is so important from a habit forming standpoint is typically I'm procrastinating because of the fear of failure. Always thinking of what if it doesn't work, and how are people going to think about this, or if I try to put out this product, or we try to do something different with the business, or whatever the case is. In your personal life too. What if this doesn't work? In addition to that, we both have been here. We're perfectionists at heart, right? We don't want to put anything out until it's completely buttoned up, has the bow on it or a ribbon, and then it can be presented. It's the same way in your personal life. You hear all these stories in hip hop about Dr. Dre and how he has so much music in the vault that it's enough for 100 albums, but it's never been put out because he's a perfectionist. Well, everyday people suffer with that too. Like not wanting to do certain things because you want it to be perfect before you even start. And that's some of the things that I struggle with, and what procrastination has looked like, does look like, and hopefully I will continue to overcome that, but that's what it looks like for me. How do you feel about it?
Man, that's great insight. For me, procrastination comes mostly when I'm feeling overwhelmed.
Yeah.
So instead of facing the task at hand, I feel that pressure and I kind of like backtrack.
Yeah. Catch my breath.
Abort,
Yeah.
And I find myself either doing tasks that are just easy to just check something off the list that probably wasn't a high priority at the moment. Should have been focusing on other things, or I find myself doom scrolling on social media,
Yeah, been there.
just avoiding
Yeah,
the real tasks that need to be handled at that time. And so, that ends up with a lot of time wasted
a lot.
where I could have been more productive, and end up feeling just mostly disappointed in myself
At the
because
end of
I
the
wasted a day
Yeah.
or a couple of days.
Then you beat yourself down about it.
Right.
Yeah.
Not getting to business. And like you said, it could be from a professional standpoint or just everyday life, like cleaning the house or
Bingo.
whatever.
Yeah.
If you're not checking stuff off the list as you desired, then you just feel down on yourself. You're just being procrastinating.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely.
So yeah, that's exactly like I deal with the same exact thing. Our situations almost mirror in a sense. But for somebody else listening or watching right now that struggles with procrastination or has struggled with procrastination, what, in your sense, helped you move past it?
I guess over time, just deciding to be more intentional with my time,
Yeah.
coming up with a plan for the day and actually executing, putting stuff on the calendar that needs to go on the calendar, even go down to like adding lunch to my schedule because I tend to skip that, neglect eating.
Guilty.
When you really need that food to refuel, re-energize, and get yourself through the day so you can continue to excel at a high level.
Right.
As you would need to, So yeah, just planning. Then you feel accomplished at the end of the day and you actually gain a lot more time back because you were productive and got stuff done instead of wasting all your time avoiding and doing all the other bad habits that come with that on social media. Like you mentioned, Netflix,
all that.
binge
all
watching.
That. Putting it to the side for something else that has no bearing on you accomplishing the goal that you have set, really.
Exactly.
How
about you?
I mean, just like you, man, what I try to do is if I'm ever in a position where my mind is idle, God is a special being, man. And thoughts come. I try to act on those thoughts immediately because I could be sitting there chilling, knowing I have things that I need to do or things that I had planned on doing or whatever the case. And it's like a thought will just hit like, I need to wash the dishes. Well, I'm immediately going to get up and go wash the dishes because even though I don't want to, I know once I get started, okay, I'll wash the dishes. Okay, that leads to me sweeping the floor. That leads to me straightening up the living room. Everybody appreciates that, right? In addition, like whether it's personal life, business, family, I try to break everything down into hourly blocks. We do that from a business standpoint. Hey, let's discuss the podcast.
Right.
We'll take an hour Friday or an hour Thursday. Well, I'll do the same thing in life. Hey, I'm going to take an hour to go do my walk. Maybe 3 miles and maybe 2. I might walk slow. It might be a mile.
Yeah.
But I'm going to do it for an hour. I know I need to stop putting off certifications that I want to get. Well, I can't get a certification overnight, right? So I'm going to break that down and say I'm going to read an hour a night. Those are all manageable things that I don't get overwhelmed doing.
Right.
Because I think that's what causes the procrastination is you get overwhelmed at some point. So creating those tasks and actually executing it. To be honest, you've helped me in that area because when we have a thought or we have an idea, we immediately put a plan in motion.
You're right.
And our execution is, let's put it on the calendar. And then we hold ourselves accountable to meeting. Like you're in North Carolina, I'm in Texas. Hey, we're going to meet. Yes, we got busy days, but we're going to take this hour. Yes, we're sacrificing time from the family, but we broke that hour down and it's helping us to progress further versus pushing it to the side and then it never getting done. And, last but not least, and this is just something for me, always worrying about, what if this doesn't work? You got to shift your mindset. And now everything I approach is, what if it does work? What if our business takes off? Not what if nobody reaches out? What if nobody needs training?
Right.
What if everybody does? and that mindset shift is a game changer because now it just brings a positivity to you to look forward to the execution.
Right. A lot of times, like you mentioned, it's about getting around people that share the same mindset as you.
Yes.
Or at least the mindset that you intend to have.
Right.
So that you can be productive. Not having somebody that's negative in your ear telling you can't.
You can't do that.
Because you're around that type of energy, you probably won't get it done.
At all.
So get around some people that speak life into you, some people that you can bounce ideas off of, you can be vulnerable with, so that when you are struggling with certain things like procrastination, they can lift you up. Mm-hmm. Because we can all excel. It's just like I said, a mindset thing. We just gotta get out of our own way at the end of the day.
Yeah. We appreciate y'all for riding with us on this episode of Sustain Train. Today we talked about procrastination, what that looks like for us, how we deal with it, how we can overcome it. And just to let you guys know, if you're dealing with procrastination, remember you're not alone. Mm-hmm. It's just like any other habit. We gotta work to break free from it, basically. So if you found value in today's episode, like Alfred said, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, stay inspired, stay empowered, and stay on track with Sustain Train.